What are you guys all snacking on?
Yeah, what are you snacking on? You're a
I got
snack.
some. You're looking like a snack yourself. Got some big bag.
Awesome.
Popcorn.
So you're gonna finish that by the end of the show?
I would hope I would not and have a guilty conscience.
Wow. Okay.
Alright. Okay.
Delicious, man.
Oh man.
Really good.
How you guys doing? This is the full house.
Good. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Doing great,
Been a
man.
minute.
Busy.
Chilling.
Stellar.
See everybody.
That's crazy. It's like me and Tecumseh is like Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. Like we're never in the same room.
Oh,
yeah. Wait, no,
Or-
that's not wrong.
It's been a long time, but I
That's
don't know.
Pokeroo,
why.
bro.
That's Pokeroo.
It's Pokeroo. That's it.
Pokeroo.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy people handling busy things.
Damn right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's kind of the beauty of it too, though. I think like all of us together can go out in the world and handle business and then come back when we need to.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's up.
Because
That's what's up.
everybody's
So fast.
capable of handling bizwax.
That's right. What you guys been watching online? Like any DJ clips that stand out lately for you guys?
Swift Styles Underground series.
Oh shit. Okay.
The opening of Skratcher Manila. Big up
Oh,
Jovie.
Yeah,
Big up, Jovie.
That
Yeah.
was an exciting one.
Jovie was the Ninong that night, bro.
Bro. Yeah. Overwhelming, man.
I joined Rob Swift's Brolic Army. Got
Okay.
a lifetime membership. I've been doing the knowledge. It's a dope course. Courses. Yeah.
How
Me
long is
too.
that course? How long is that course?
There's a lot of content in there, man. He's got it all mapped out too. So it's history, it's knowledge, it's skills. It's amazing, man. It's
Hey, say
amazing.
knowledge one more time.
Knowledge.
And knowledge.
Is that
Good night.
what? That's like Kaniki.
I just heard Nolans.
Knowledge, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Rob's school is dope, man. Like,
It is.
I did one lesson. It was like about like an hour, but it was like going behind that particular topic, like in depth, like the origin behind the science behind it. So it's like, which is great. I think it gives you a better understanding, and knowing that history is definitely valuable.
Damn. Shouts
So
out
yeah,
to
big
Rob
up
Swift.
Rob
Yeah.
on putting in that work and making that available for people all over the world.
Yeah. He breaks it
Those are
all the
dope.
way down. Yeah.
You were saying PJ, sorry, you were saying something about Swift Styles show. What's that all
He
about?
has this series called Underground series, something like that. And he's been doing this for the last week, I swear.
Oh, cool.
He goes live, but he records them. So they're 2 hours long. It's hella long, but when you catch it, he's like ripping it all the time.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he did something with 545. Like he debuted the video or the performance from Invitationals.
Oh yeah.
I get
He
you.
announced that on his IG the other day.
Right. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's forever underground.
Are you guys able to watch that? Like, can we go watch it like right now, kind of thing, or is it just only a live show?
Don't you
No,
can go watch it right now.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
It's like
Dope.
recorded. You know what I mean? Live, but it's recorded.
Okay.
Live
And
streams.
that's at Scratch Breaks. Is that what the channel
It's on
is?
his
right?
YouTube page.
Okay. Oh shit.
I seen he was giving away records too, like for
Yeah,
colors and stuff.
Yeah, like
was
the
pretty
seventh color. That was tight. Giving away the scratch break hand. What is it called? Hand control.
Hand control.
Yeah.
Control.
So I've been watching old Miami Vice, and they'll have all these guests on there. But the episode I was watching yesterday at the beginning, there's this group called MCs of Rap, and there's a song called Domination, which is crazy because I heard D Styles mention that learning those cuts like early on from like really dope cutting. But I'm watching it and I was like, dang, that's crazy. But the DJ for that group, his name is DJ Cox.
Okay.
Also, his Cutmaster Cox is what he would
Okay.
also go by. But yeah, I was kind of tripping. Like I was like, dang, man, I didn't expect that to pop up on that. So I was like, man, I'm watching this dope cutting, some dope transforms and stuff. from back in the day, but just random on a Miami Vice episode.
What is it, like a 90s episode? Like 90s episode, sorry. Like a 90s style track? It was actually recorded in the 90s or
No, it's the
older?
80s.
Oh, it's an 80s joint, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, like he's cutting it up. On the front of the turntable it said DJ Cox, COX. But yeah, like
Cox Cable.
yeah. Episode was kind of crazy. Crockett ended up hooking up with Sheena Easton and married her at the end of the episode. But
Oh, shit.
we got some MC domination with big up to DJ Cox for the ill cutting at the beginning of the episode.
Damn. Okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Welcome to the Skratcher Show. Yeah, Skratcher podcast. We got DJ Jointz. We got Rayted-R. We got LJ2, Gumbeaux, PJilla, Tecumseh, Inspekt ready to goes to. And then we got the man of the hour, like the Ninong in the Philippines right now. It's Jovie J.
In the motherland.
Man himself.
Damn,
Feels good to be here,
bros.
man. Feels good to be here.
Worldwide strutting.
Damn. How is it? Like, like royal treatment, or you like what's the deal with Skratch and
man.
Manila?
Honestly, it was overwhelming as hell, man. As you can see, for those of you who are watching the live Facebook like feed, I was totally shocked and surprised when they wanted to like interview me. So it's like that's on the spot shit, man. Nothing prepared, just having a grand old time. And when they asked me all those questions, I'm like, oh shit, man, fuck.
All the way from Canada, please welcome DJ Jovie J. I'm here. Come on, man, come on. You're the man. You are here. Yeah.
It's live, so it's gonna be like on the internet forever.
Nah, man. Like I
but-
was watching I was watching the live feed of that. I'm like, yo, if I was there, man, you answered all those questions properly, dude.
Seriously.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hey man,
bro.
the podcast helped me, man. The podcast helped me for sure.
His
Yeah,
movie
fun, man.
communications class.
The energy is crazy. Like being here in homeland, it's kind of special because it's where we're all from, right? So, I mean, it's
Yep, even
they
Gumbeaux
made
and
me
Tecumseh.
feel like very welcome. They made me feel like I was there for like a minute already. They're looking forward to meeting everyone here, which is damn cool.
Dope.
And like, fuck, they just made me really feel like it was like a special day, and everything fit like perfectly. Like I got like shirts, I got stickers, banners made, and it was like because it was so easy, it was meant to be.
Hella cheap, huh?
So, oh, fucking hella cheap. Bro.
You got everything made there when you got
I got
in?
everything made at Green Hills. Shout out to Green Hills.
Shout
You
out
guys
to
are my favorite place in the world, bro. Holy fuck. Yeah.
Did you get to
everything
bargain the
was there.
prices too, Roy?
Of course I did.
Hell yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
But shouts out to Mick Martinez and Crate Manila for like that was an amazing opener, and for blessing Skratcher and welcoming Skratcher out to Manila, man. That set up the footage that we all got to see. We're gonna post it up eventually, but yeah, it's well done, you guys. Well done.
yeah, man. Well done,
Sweet.
guys. This is
Sweet.
we have a voice out here in the Philippines, bro. Sick.
Yo, can you name who was out there? Like who came out to the opener?
Tim was there. Tim was actually the first one to reach out to me as soon as I landed. 30 minutes
How did he
later.
know?
He knew I was coming. I messaged him previously, but it was a trip out because like as soon as I landed, it's like boom, he just messaged me.
Shout
what
out
I was
Tim.
doing and shit.
Shouts
Tim,
out.
for real.
Clouds and cuts. What's up?
Yeah.
Of course, Mick was there. You had boy Andrew was there.
Word.
Eddie Mars was there.
Eddie Mars.
And a whole bunch of all the Philippine talent, man. Like, fuck, there's way too many to mention.
DJ Trigger, was he there?
Yes. Killers, man. Killers. Yeah.
$10.
Yeah,
Not five.
so
$10.
good. 10, yeah, so good.
Oh, $10
Amazing
was there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
$10 is Filipino, dude.
I didn't know that.
Amazing
I
cutters.
thought it was a
man.
white dude.
I thought he was Taiwanese, dude.
Yeah.
I thought he was Chinese.
There's a battle too, bro. Like,
Yeah. How was that? Like, yeah, play. How was that?
so yeah, it was just like they decided to do a battle. You had sponsored by Trigger. He was gonna give out some of his creations.
Like a fader?
Yeah.
His faders, yeah. And yeah, the last two DJs was so hard to choose, but we eventually picked one. It was who was it again?
What do you look like?
Was he Filipino?
Anyways, he puts me aside and he says, "You know why I won? Is
Oh, yeah.
because I watched your last podcast and I knew you guys were looking for a funky flow."
Oh, what?
Wait, were you judging, bro? That's so sick.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
judging,
one-
yeah.
Nice.
Who
So
said
I was
this?
like, fuck.
The guy who won.
Fuck. The guy who won, yeah.
Did he have glasses?
Yes.
Like thick
Oh.
glasses?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like
Does he look
wonder
like
if
Ray?
I wonder if
looks
it's
like
Mark.
Ray, kind of.
No,
There's one
it's
named DJ
Mark.
Marka who's like IDA 2020.
I know.
Philippine
I know.
champion.
It wasn't Mark. It was another dude. But yeah,
Not
that's
Mark?
the dude that looks like Ray. Mark. Anyways, yeah, but just to make a long story short, yeah, he based his last few rounds on Funky Flow because he was listening to our podcast.
Okay.
Funky exactly.
Flow. Funk.
Thanks, bro.
Oh.
Way to set yourself up.
Was Danny there?
Sorry.
Was Danny there?
No, he wasn't there. He was invited. He's shout out to Danny though. He's in Batangas. We have a we spoke, but it wasn't. No, we messaged each other, but he didn't. He was not able to make it, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Is it this guy?
No, it wasn't him.
That's Mark, though. And then
yeah, but
that's
he's
Mark.
sick. He was runner up.
Yeah.
Second place.
Oh, he's runner up. So
Someone beat him?
He was technical. Very technical. Power technical, very strong cuts. But Funky Flow ruled over it. That
Is
night.
he in any of the photos you're in?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. What do you guys talk about? I'll get it.
okay,
That's
bet.
dope,
But
man.
yeah, we do have a home there. We have a home in Manila for sure. It's very strong, very alive. Killers, mega talent. It's amazing, and when we
Mega
all
talent
visit
like
there,
the
it'll
Mega
be-
Mall.
Sorry,
Mega talent like the Mega Mall.
mega talent like the Mega Mall, bro.
Damn. Okay.
SM,
What
bro.
mall is that in?
Ayala.
Ayala.
Yalla.
Ayala Mall.
On
We gotta
30th
go
or
check it
something.
out. We gotta check it out. Yo, so we're gonna talk about something a bit different than what we usually say. We talk about in our previous pods, but we're gonna try to cover. Today's episode is called "Seen, Skilled, or Respected." So we're gonna touch base on that and get into the minds of each one of these guys, and hope this kind of shed some light and be informative for you guys from the Skratcher podcast show. So yeah, I want to start off with something with you guys that feels really current. So do you think DJs care too much now about being visible, being seen, and being like having to post and compare to just focusing on getting better?
Don't all jump at the same time, guys.
Right.
No,
Yep. I'm a hurt.
I was waiting for you to talk, Chris.
I have a very unique perspective on this.
Let's go. Let's go.
Which is, I do agree that visibility with the newer generation is very prominent because it's a must now. I do agree that you have to be visible because it doesn't matter. It's like a falling tree in a forest. No one's gonna hear it if no one's around, right? So
Okay.
I don't agree is that as they continue to be visible, that clouds the mindset of getting better. Meaning that just because you play in front of 1,000 people doesn't make you good.
Right.
Right? So I don't agree with them I don't agree with them not getting better, but that's just the reality of what it is now. That's because it's so prominent now in today's media that you have to be seen.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know that whole thing you said about performing in front of 10,000 people? I still remember that one pod you guys went back and that you guys brought up that DJ at a festival and he was just like mashing the CDJ, scratching.
Yeah, shouts out to DJ Massimo. Right.
I think that, yeah, I agree with Inspekt that people, you know, in a social media world where it's prevalent, but I think it's been at the detriment to the culture, like vastly. I think corporations have stepped in and bought every single major festival, every single major concert venue and event, and they have a set of metrics. And I've watched several other kind of podcasts, and they all kind of have the same thing to say about this topic, which is, you know, look at Tao Group in Vegas. They own 86% of Vegas nightlife, and to, you know, headline for one of those big hotels or something like that. I was reading some information the other day. You know, you have to sell out X amount. You have to bring hundreds of people. You have to, and I mean, these guys are getting paid. I think the guy said he was getting like $1,500 to $2,000. Yeah. And, you know, in this day and age, these youngins, they have to be the social media manager. They have to be the promoter. They have to be, you know, everything down to shouting out bottle service as it's coming out while they're mixing. You know what I mean? And granted, that may just be a Vegas kind of club life aspect of it, but it speaks to a greater problem in our culture and our community, which is it's been bought and sold. And so when you have people that are responsible for a board of directors and stocks and things like that that are traded, it just simply becomes about who can put more ass in seats. And for a younger person, I can absolutely imagine, like, with a good social media game, content becomes more important than skill.
100%.
You know, and that's where I think the fall has, you know, I think we're in free fall right now. I really do. I think that you see, you know, you'll see these OGs come out and they absolutely will just lay waste to skill-wise and selection-wise to these youngins, but, you know, they're not necessarily getting booked as much. And then I really do feel for them. I absolutely, it's why I went to the private sector, because I saw that coming 15 years ago. But the other part of it is that I've also read about these agents that what they do is it's very specific. They go get 10 or 15 really, you know, named DJs, and then they negotiate on your behalf with these big corporate entities for festival season and for club season and all that stuff. And they wind up, if you're not on, you know, this agent's list or that agent's list. I've even heard stories of DJs paying to perform and to open, which is wild work.
Pay to
Yeah,
play.
I heard that.
We have absolutely have this game flipped, and I think it speaks to a larger problem in our world at large. But ultimately, if you're not, you know, in the club or in the group, or you're not with this certain agent, you're not getting put on stage. So whereas, you know, 20 years ago, I could travel around, I could break in, I could send a demo somewhere, I could show up at a spot and show somebody what was up, and I could get on. That just doesn't exist anymore. And so I do feel for these kids, man. I really feel for these youngins, because they're, you know, again, 90% of their time is worrying more about content than it is about, you know, feeling out that next set or working on this next thing or doing that. And it shows. It shows everywhere. And you can see it in the big rave scene. You can see it in the club scene. You can see it everywhere. And shouts out to the ones who are doing it big and throwing down skills. I'm not talking to you, obviously, right? You know who you are. I don't have to name you. But to the ones that, you know, are participating in this system, it is not going to stop until we stop it. So, you know, until we, be careful how I say this, until we smarten up and realize that, you know, alcohol sales have absolutely tanked in the States. Like, there's
100%.
article after article after article. And somehow or another it become the DJ's fault because they're not making what used to be markups of 60 to 80% on every beer, on every shot, right? Alcohol markups were insane, right? And they have been historically. So even back then they weren't really paying the talent. And now it's, again, it becomes the DJ's fault again. And it's like, these are the people that are packing your club out. right? I don't see a bar manager, no disrespect, but you ain't the talent, right? I don't see the club owner's not the talent. You bought a building, right? And this is a business. You're trying to make some money. I understand that part too. But ultimately, you are torching the culture because you just simply can't see a very simple fact. The talent puts the ass in the seats. Now, if they have some food, if they drink, cool. That's on your side of the business. But on our side.
But we've seen it now. Like who sells out. And when we watch the reels of them posting up their top 5 tracks and you see them play, you're like, they're not doing anything, but they're selling out. You know what I mean? That's the new steez nowadays, right? Or
pretending to DJ. They're like pretending to. There's so many. You see it all the time. They're like turning knobs for no. It's performative. Right. It's performative art at that point. Not even art. It's just you fronting. And my question. No, for sure. But my question now is not for you guys. Like the guys who here is a part of an agency or has worked with an agency. Do you guys believe what Gumbeaux is he coming correct with what he was saying? Being part of an agency pays out and then gets only your squad in kind of thing. None of you guys in an agency? Wherever? No?
Jovie?
Yeah, so I am part of an agency, and I do believe that it's good to have an agency for the connections that you can't make personally with a group, because they're the ones with the connections, they're the ones that have that relationship with them already. So it's good to be part of their roster if that's the lane you want to be in, right? They also are useful when you want to book up your weeks, because sometimes they could book you midweek, and that way if you really need to hustle, an agency is crucial to fill in your week, your days for work. Also, agencies don't limit you to be just part of their agency. You could go to multiple agencies if you want.
Well, it depends on how big you are.
Yeah, it depends how big you are.
There's a lot of non-competes in there too.
Yeah,
that's true.
The agencies that I've never worked with, there was never like an exclusivity just with them alone. So there was one time I really had to hustle, so I was part of like 3-4 agencies. So they kept me busy like all year, right? So
I do, however, would combat just a little bit on the. I'll play devil's advocate a little bit, and I'll defend a little bit of the younger generation, because it's yes, I agree with what Gumbeaux is saying, is that the bar is hell right now. It's really bad, but that's to the detriment of the guys that are really good not adapting to the form of hustle. And what I mean by that is that when back then the hustle was different, now the hustle has changed. Now it's post social media. The younger generation is more keen to that. Of course, they're gonna get a leg up, but we also didn't teach. A lot of us didn't teach the younger generation properly. Most of us shunned them out. Most of us gave us bad advice. They tell them, yo, you want to be a real DJ, carry these crates. It's like, okay, I get it. You're teaching them work ethic, but also like someone who's gonna be like, no, fuck that, I want to DJ. They're gonna go sit on their phone. They're gonna do whatever it takes, and a lot of the older generations won't do that. They won't even learn the new tech. And and I'm not even like trying to point blame anywhere. I'm just the reality. It's personified, like, and the things that are happening now are just personified because of social media. Now there's more cameras. Now that it's nothing new. We all know that guys that make music get booked more. That's always been a thing. But now that there's more sites on DJing's the biggest thing ever now. Like, it's bigger than it was 10 years ago. It's bigger than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's huge.
So, like, of course there's more people, there's more fluff. And I'm not saying fluff in regards to, like, skill, but I'm saying fluff in, like, there's more eyes everywhere. Like, there's no one funnel. Like, when you had MTV doing the DMC on freaking a big stage, like, there's none of that. There's no tunnel focus. It's everywhere now. So what real DJing is to someone else is real DJing to them. Us as artists, us as DJs that love the craft, love the culture, we have to do our due diligence and posting the content, posting all this stuff for people to see. Let the people decide, and slowly but surely look at it. Now, generation is losing less interest, like the alcohol sales, they're not drinking as much, but they still like the craft. And if we can deliver that with the ability of them like swallowing the whole art form, not to go over their head, because let's be honest, a lot of us do crazy stuff and they're like, holy, what did he just do? I don't understand. And then they click out. How many times have you guys have seen something that you're not interested in and instantly just swipe up? A lot of times.
Right.
I've done it multiple times.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to like also be welcoming to a degree that, okay, you may not like this, so let me take a little bit of what you like and show you how I can freak it the way I like. You know what I mean? And I think that's a very important topic that most people do not talk about.
For sure.
No, and I do agree with you, brother, but you that last sentence you just said, let me show you how I freak it, like how I like. If I was seeing stuff that was different, or if it was like something, something new, a new fresh take on something, I'm all the way in. I love staying up with the tech. I'm not one of those purists, I definitely know some vinyl purists and things like that. I never took that stance because I like the tech, and I think it's just another tool for my tool bag. That's just me personally, right? But when you have a major show that's going down and it's millions of dollars on the line, and you can always tell, I'll even shout out, fuck you, Deadmau5, but shout out to Deadmau5, because he gave up the game. He snitched it all the way out. He said, when you can tell when we're not actually DJing is because of the light show, right? And so to kind of bring this point around, what he states is they're not going to put you on stage and let you live mix when they invested $1.2 million in the lasers, right? So everything is MIDI clocked and it's time clocked to everything that's going on.
Full on production.
Kind of, wrap that all up into that point is that if I was seeing youngers tearing shit up, like even James Hype, like I like some of the stuff he does because he has a fresh take on hitting buttons and like doing some crazy shit. I had never seen it done that way before. To me, he's like, just me, he's the digital turntablist. I don't even know what to call it. He's like the next evolution to me.
Still tableism.
Yeah, it's still tableism, right? It's controllerism, whatever they call it. I can't keep up with the lingo. But he took it and he flipped it in a way with 4 CDJs, and he's like looping and live doing all this stuff, and like your man is staying busy.
But that goes between when you compare James Hype to Deadmau5, that is a difference. Well, okay, James Hype is an anomaly because he's a bit different. But you're comparing hard ticket sellers to DJ. Does that make sense? Of like,
no, run it down. What you mean?
So like, if I go pay to see Deadmau5, I pay to see Deadmau5. I don't pay to see a DJ show. He's not gonna fucking play Get Low, really. I mean, he can, but
right.
You're paying to see Deadmau5. When I go to a club and hear a dope DJ, you're gonna hear dope DJ. It's like different. It's
why
like
though? Why?
Because
why? That's my real question.
Why is because the artistry of making original music that is being played, investors putting millions of dollars into a show. It's a show. It's a club. It's different. It's complete. That's why a lot of kids, that's another topic with the newer generation. A lot of kids cannot differentiate a festival and a club. It's two different things. Like a festival is you can walk to like different stages. There's a lot more other things to do. In a club, you're stuck in one fucking area for 4 to 6 hours. Like, you cannot hit the go mode on 10 all the time. Like, and everyone here knows this, it's up and down. There's a journey to when you play. That's why it's an art. At a festival, you're buying a show. It's like you go to a concert, you see Chris Brown. You're not gonna see him do, what's his name? Whatever, a DJ Skratch thing, right? You're gonna see Chris Brown. You paid for that.
I mean, but when you went seeing Kanye, you saw A-Track. And when you
but see,
you know what I mean?
But
how long ago was that, though?
Yeah, it's like a difference. There's a difference, and it's artists too. Artists don't. It's a different game because artists now don't really champion a DJ.
That's truth. Facts. That's big facts,
like,
brother.
Like there's a question. Like Can anyone in here name who Drake's DJ is?
I don't think I didn't know Drake had a DJ actually.
Exactly my
Don't
point.
be,
Like these
Oh,
artists
it
don't
does.
champion them no more.
Hold on.
Don't look it up though. Try to pull it from memory. You know what I mean?
I can't remember. No.
Yeah, see?
right?
No.
Can't even.
And
Okay.
then like it's
This is
really
like academics or some bullshit.
that's
Wasn't
what
it?
he's
Or no?
no, it's not.
Just kidding.
it wasn't.
I'm just joking.
But that's like the whole system is all changed. So we need to figure
His
out.
name is
a way-
DJ Spade. I did look it up. DJ Spade.
Shouts out to DJ Spade.
I know your
No,
bad
no,
is high.
I hear what you're saying that there's a change, but that's kind of the root of my point is that the culture has shifted, right? And in that cultural shift, I'm seeing less talent, more content.
That's
Right.
right.
And
Yeah.
if I'm looking for DJ shit, I'm looking for DJ shit, right? Whether that be a club, a festival, whatever, you know, I love to just get online and scan and see something. I'm always looking for something new, something creative. Like I dig that shit. I love it. And so these youngins, you know, y'all are tasked with a great responsibility that is, you know, you mentioned MTV. That was the death of the ones that came before them, right? Because then they have to start modeling for TV, right? All these artists got pitched out because they didn't look a certain way because now they had video. And I think this is the next evolution of that with the content.
Damn. Like clearly. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna yawn.
Dude,
Are you gonna go in?
Your Whopper's ready.
Nah, I was just thinking in my head what the question was.
Like, do DJs care too much about being seen now? Like, instead of like focusing on the skill, they're focusing on their visibility and just getting out there.
I think it's a mixed bag, man, because you have certain DJs who have different goals, right? Certain goals are like, say, for example, they're trying to get booked or some shit like that. So they do a lot of like trick mixes or like they really showcase their stuff. But I mean, ultimately, it kind of works in a sense, dude. Some of these people are getting like booked big ass gigs and whatnot. You know, they get like endorsement deals too sometimes half the time. So in a sense, like if it works for you to your, for your benefit, then fuck it, dude, because why not? Ultimately, now this is our, like, social media is our way of marketing nowadays. It's definitely shifted from what it was back then. But you also have your bedroom DJs, you know, who are just like, I'm doing it for the love, you know, for the culture, like, don't give a fuck about like blowing up. So, and yeah, you get a mixed bag of different people who make content for themselves, people who are doing it with a purpose. I always say, like, if you're gonna do content, it's always good to do it with a purpose, only because it kind of gives you a challenge of like being better than what you did before. Like for me, for example, for scratching, that's basically what I look for in content, is that what can I do that's different from what I did before instead of just a regular like freestyle cut video? Because it's like, yeah, it's one thing for me to only post it like every now and then, but if I was to do it more often, I'd want to be more strategic with what I'm going to be posting so it doesn't get old too fast, if that makes sense. Because it's like if I'm just going to cut a or fresh over like a double time beat, I mean, it could look dope, but it's just like, and then what? You know what I mean? Like everyone's just going to know what to expect. So it's like, if you take the time to try to like create even a routine out of it, I mean, shit, who knows what could happen from it? And if that's your steez. I mean, shit, I think that in my benefit, it's like I have more material per se, because it's like something that I performed on social could be used as like during a set if I was asked to perform at whatever kind of event or something like that. So, I mean, it's good and bad in a sense, just because it depends. And like with all the other social media like content pages, like say the best DJ transitions, like they catch wind of certain things, and it's just kind of like, dude, you kind of, if you follow that, you'll get exposure, because if they see you're doing something dope, it's like they're gonna post you. So in other words, it's like another way of like marketing. It's getting yourself out there to be noticed, right? You'll gain more followers, and you just never know. Ultimately, nowadays, you just never know who follows you, and it could be like something beneficial for your future, depending on what your goals are.
For sure.
That's something to really think about, you know, for a DJ's perspective with content. So
the
I feel like How about like for recording like your cuts, like Skratch, like you see those Skratch clips that's being posted out there, Peach, like what do you, when you do post some Skratch clips, what are your intentions?
It's more a journal than anything.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's just like I look back, like that was cool, and then work off what was bad and work what was dope. Work on that. Just keep at it, you know. It's more of a journal, like I said, for posting. Yeah,
That's dope. That's legacy.
That's the same way I feel like with like even I'm trying to up my production game again and posting like beats that I've been kind of like playing around and vibing off to lately. How about you, Justin? Like when you post beats up on your IG account, what are your intentions for that?
That's like my zine, because I come from like that magazine culture. It's kind of how I stayed in the know back in the day, right? But yeah, I think it was 2 years ago I started making like these little videos, visuals to go with some beats, and just, you know, see where it went, because I wanted to get out there and kind of feel out what the climate would be if I did start putting beats out.
Right.
And so I think it helped because I did, you know, I didn't get a lot of traction in the beginning, but then, you know, having support from y'all and having that group of DJs that are willing to, you know, just say, hey, put it out there, get me confident. Yeah, I slowly started to put out stuff, and then learning more techniques with video, and to just taking that extra time to build a product. It actually becomes more fun when I'm putting beats out. But yeah, the intent was like I just want to see if what people would ask me and just share it, because I had a bunch of beats that were in my MPC and they're not doing anything with. So yeah, I think social media for me was a really good outlet to just kind of not just journal like PJ does, but kind of create like a magazine or a catalog of little snippets of what I'm capable of doing.
Right. I think that's the same way I go. Like going back with what PJ says is more like a journaling thing. I think when I do post those videos of, or even just like snippets of tracks that I've worked on, it's not like I'm trying to go viral or anything. Like those are, if anything, those are the ones that are getting the lowest likes and views. But it's for me to look back, because I do look back at the previous tracks I've done like years ago. I'm like, damn, there's some improvement there. Like that's what I'm going for, like opposing to the other posts that I do for, you know, just to try to be visible. But now if visibility matters more now because of our current time, then that naturally brings us into branding. So branding in this conversation. So do you need branding now to really break through as a DJ?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the youngin'.
Yeah, I think so. I think even coming from the visual art world, branding was ingrained in us in the beginning, and I was so like against it. Just people always asking me, why are you in the lab still? Why are you in the lab still? Why are you always in the lab? And I would just be like, man, I don't know. I don't have my brand yet. I haven't found anything that really speaks to me. So my whole thing is like, if you're going to brand it, you should brand and create that. But make sure it's you. And don't be afraid to like, because for me too, it's like, I'm no longer going to be afraid to once in a while rebrand myself when I need to, when I've become something different or evolved.
For me, it's like, well, first off, like my DJ name, Tecumseh. Like, I throw it out there and I watch people mispronounce it all the time, say it different ways, and I just laugh about it. But if you actually like did the knowledge on the name, there's a whole deeper meaning behind that name about a leader that pulled people together, united the tribes against the westward invasion. So there's a whole mentality behind that, which really goes back to the beginning of hip hop of trying to pull people together. So I think when I got in, we weren't really thinking about that. We were thinking about like that hood famous. Like Like, I want to show up and I'm like, man, I don't care about all that. I'll set up my speakers and I could get noise ordinance complaints from like 10 blocks away. And I feel like if everything else fell apart, I'm like, nah, I'm still out here standing. Like, we don't even know what's going on in the world, but it's like, bam, I'm still going to be here and I'm going to help rebuild that. But as far as branding, with my company, Bamboo Beats, that I and my wife JoJo formed, that branding is so good because I could walk away and it can still keep going. Like, I can completely, like, at this point right now today, I could stop DJing and let the team go and it's still going.
Yeah.
So it's like, I didn't want myself to be part of it. Like, I wanted to be like, whenever anybody showed up from Bamboo Beats, and Gumbeaux knows, like, you showing up, that's the solid brand for that.
Absolutely.
But as far as like getting seen all the time, I see people like going after the post and all the time, but then going back to the question, are you guys really kind of like trying to look like you're getting paid or actually getting paid? Are you really handling business? Like, what's the illusions big time?
Right.
Yeah, that's real.
Hell yeah.
That's that
I mean,
shit.
like for me, it's like, I mean, I do what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I stay polo down every day, live my life.
Yeah, you are subtle with it though, man. You
A little
ain't
bit,
out there
you know?
flaunting it all out there, you know.
But I'm just saying, like,
No, man, he
I'm not-
ain't
I'm not
renting.
out
He's
there,
not
like-
renting a Lamborghini, man. You know what I'm talking about? Come
That
on,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
know
but-
of.
But I'm just saying, it's like sometimes, you know, people flash a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
but they're always trying to make it like, oh, I got this many likes. Well, how'd you get those likes? You know?
Right.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I almost like how Ray, like, I feel like Ray's like Ryu. Like, I don't really think Ray cares about it. Like, I think he's just looking for that next challenge
Next
or
fighter.
something. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
man.
same with like PJ's in that mentality, like straight up fighters. Like, they're not even sticking around for the award ceremony. That's in my mind anyway. Like, it's like, no, where am I pushing myself further? You know? But I think it gets so like, I would hate to be a kid nowadays with social media. Like, it messes with your whole psyche, like likes, and like, we got to be real careful for the youth because the youth is still out there struggling with what's going on.
Another whole
That's a
conversation.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I was
you
about to
preach
say.
a little bit. Preach
So
a
it's
little bit.
like, what was the purpose of this whole hip hop thing anyway? What is the purpose behind it? Because scratching comes from hip hop. 100%. It didn't come from any other kind of music. It's 100% creation out of what the struggle of hip hop was, and that's creating something out of nothing. It's when all these clubs they wouldn't even let us into, had to go outside that and create our own stuff. So why are we always running back to these little clubs, to these people that don't have our best interests at heart, and like so quick to throw the leash on our neck and let them be in the driver's chair? I'm like, fuck all that.
bills.
Fuck them motherfuckers. We're here for us, by us. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Shit.
yo. That's the
Boo-boo
thing, though.
shit.
Like what Chris said, man. It's just sometimes you gotta pay the bills. And
No, no, I
No doubt.
I
Go
get
ahead.
that part. But I will say this, like, it's interesting with that first question in the branding, to build off of what Inspekt was saying too, and Tecumseh.
Can I throw this in real quick though?
Yeah, go ahead,
About
go ahead.
paying the bills.
Yeah, pay those bills, man.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about numbers. Like, we want to talk about average club numbers, money,
Mm-hmm.
to what like I can go get out on a mobile or a private event. I have to do like 20 club nights to clock what I do in one.
No, but
so
see,
and that goes back to what I'm talking. Like, okay, you want to pay the bills? Let's really talk about building the village.
No, but see,
Let's
that
build that
brings up a
foundation.
point of what Ray says is like the what is your goal in success, right? Everyone's different. Yours is the mobile. You get fulfillment out of that. I get fulfillment of finishing. I may do 20, but I'd rather do 20 than do one. I don't like mobile.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'd rather feel fulfilled
preference.
in
Say
that
that.
regard. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking anything away from anybody else's hustle in regards
no,
to
no.
like DJing.
It's yours.
But it's just like I cannot. I don't know what it is about mobile. I just can't.
It's just not for you.
Yeah, it's just not for. And I'm not gonna front and be like, yo, I can rock a mobile too because I do that. Like, no, I ain't gonna do that. I'll let it to everybody like you guys that really are about this life. I'm not, so I choose to stay out.
And that's knowing knowing where you at. That's wise, man. It is. And back to what I was saying, man, to build off of what you were saying, Inspekt, and actually Jointz too. One thing I will praise the social media and the branding stuff for is I've noticed, especially from all of y'all since we got rolling with this, producers, beat makers, cutting artists, all of us turntablists, right? I don't know about y'all, but every now and then I just cannot finish a project. Like I will tweak it and retweak it and tweak it and retweak it and tweak it and retweak it. And it's
The Kanye method.
never done. But what I've noticed about these young cats with this content is they have a better sense of when to let it go and just put it out there. And I think social media has had not that I agree with all of it, but what I'm saying is I will hat tip you youngsters because y'all have a way of grabbing this content and putting it out and kind of being finished with it and then moving on to the next thing. And I do, you know what I mean? That has a big thing to do with social media and the scrolling effect and all that stuff. Because Justin, like you were saying, you were like, I do this and then I grow. I do this and then I grow. And then I had all these beats sitting in the MPC and then look. And now you were able to get that stuff out and then graduate to the next evolution. So yeah, on that note, with that and the branding, yeah, 100%, I back it.
I just want to add that, like, that whole thing of releasing, putting stuff out there, I just think of what Jazzy Jeff said. Just you gotta let it all out.
Yeah.
What is it? Die empty? Is he called? He said maybe. I'm paraphrasing it.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing to do, man. Like just to. Everyone's a perfectionist in their own way, you know what I mean? Like it's tough to just like drop things as is. Like that's one thing that I've learned late. But
Me too.
man, like if truth be told, man, like I've been testing the waters like this past year on what to post and what to drop, and bro, like the more consistent you are with dropping something like what you're working on, finished or unfinished, it's gonna get out there. The more people are gonna notice that what you're trying to do, regardless of what the outcome is. But it's tough to get over that mindset of like, yo, it's not where I want it to be. You know what I mean?
I think it's like, and people are addicted to the hero's journey. Does that make sense? Like, whenever you watch a movie, you want to see like the main character grow into this freaking massive, overpowered thing, right? Or whatever the journey. Everyone's addicted to that. And I think that's what social media has become. Is that yes, it may not be the final product, but people like watching the progression of things and saying, "I'm a part of your journey."
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, the process.
I always wanted to be the Sith. I didn't want to be the hero.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Fuck that Sith Lord over here.
Yeah, real quick though. I'm gonna one by one, okay? Sith or Jedi? Go. Jovie J.
Jedi.
LJ2.
I don't even know which is which, man.
Horrible. It's
Just pick one. Just pick one. Just pick one.
Or Slytherin or like Hufflepuff, bro. Whatever.
Oh no, you're throwing variables down. Jedi or Sith?
Jedi or Sith.
Red lightsaber or green lightsaber?
Good or bad?
That's even worse, man.
Just
I
pick
don't know.
one, bro. Just
Good
pick
or
one,
bad?
right or wrong.
Muscle milk or protein shake? Which one?
There you go. Something
There
in
you
his
go.
language.
That's a language. That's his language.
If you don't know that, then
Bro, free weights or machines?
There you go.
Free weights all day, man.
Okay,
Let's go.
Jedi.
There we go. Jedi. He's a Jedi. He's a Jedi.
See, I know what you're talking about, man.
rated R.
A Jedi.
Jedi.
Jedi, yeah.
Inspekt.
Sith.
Okay. Tecumseh.
Sith.
PJilla.
Jedi.
Oh shit. Okay. Gumbeaux.
He's
You already
great.
said it.
PJ's gray, but I'm Sith.
Yeah.
PJ's great.
Jointz.
I'm
Jointz.
Jedi, but I got a purple lightsaber.
Oh shit.
Mace Windu.
That's gray.
Wait, I got a question for Darth Gumbeaux. So, would you say that you'd want to be a master, like the Emperor, or would you want to be like the Vader?
No, I would want to be Darth Bane.
Something.
Oh, you going back into the lore?
I'm a Bane Sith.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your mask sound like?
Just like that. That right there. Whatever that was, that's what it sounds like.
Is that a CPAP machine?
That's all he's got to do.
That's exactly what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
Okay. Let's get back on topic. So like.
Wait, Paul, what are you?
Yeah. Oh, me? Oh, Mandalorian. Okay, so.
We're doing that, bro.
That's
I
would have
I
been
do it-
fun solo shit.
no,
Come
yeah,
on, man.
I do everything for money, so like yeah.
Yeah, in the lore, they would be considered gray. In the lore, they would be considered gray. They have good.
Right,
and-
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like to playing both sides. But
that was an option, but okay.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I just fuck with you guys.
I'd be like Lando,
so,
motherfucking
like-
hustler.
Yeah, yo, Calrissian. Heck yeah, man.
This is
Straight
where
up
everyone
hustling.
clicks out of the podcast.
So let's get back. Let's get back.
I
So
know,
like,
52-10.
but even with branding, that does not guarantee originality, right? So like, is originality getting harder to find in DJ culture?
Yes.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just see that there's so much influence going around, and it's so easy to gain access to other people's like talents, right? So you might be trying what they're doing, and it might just become habits, and like you got to find your way to flip it, and that's always going to be like a tough part.
Hell yeah.
Can I say one thing about that? It's like, okay,
No.
I hate wow. Hate what? No,
Sorry,
I hate this.
yeah.
I hate this whole thing. When they do this shit, this is so irritating. I hate when people bite shit and call it I'm paying homage. That shit is so fucking annoying to me. Like, if you're gonna fucking do it in the quiet of your bedroom. Don't perform it and say I'm paying homage. Unless it's a tribute.
Damn, those are filler contents.
Yeah.
So wait, I can't pay homage to DJ Inspekt then?
No, what I'm saying is like a lot of when people have certain routines, it takes them a long fucking time to get noticed and even to come up with the routine. So if you're gonna just instantly take the idea and call it and saying I'm paying homage, that's bullshit to me.
So who did that?
I'm not saying names.
I'm
just
saying.
saying.
I know.
I'm
we'll
just
blurt it out.
saying.
Oh, wait, who are you thinking about?
Saying-
Justin,
It's okay.
keep
Who are you
tab the
thinking
minutes.
about?
Who is it?
Huh? There's
Who
a
is
lot.
it?
There's
a lot.
And
There's a
this is where the young DJ thing comes in, because no one teaches them, so they see what's on social media and they're like, that's cool, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna say I pay homage to the person I took it from. And then they get credit for it. They think they're good and X, Y, and Z. But that's the whole thing I don't like. It's still biting.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you on that. Like, I'm seeing a lot of these young DJs, and it's always the same routine. Same transition routine. I keep seeing over and over again. It's a Lil Jon routine, and it goes into a T-Pain song. Not gonna say which, but I'll tell you.
I know.
I'll tell you. You've probably seen it all over the place, and you go right to the comment section, and it goes straight back to the first guy who did it every time. But the crazy part is, they had the balls to fucking post it on social media and get flowers for it.
Here's the thing. I think, to answer you directly on this, I agree with what you're saying, but the elders have taught this. The reason you know the term biting frontin' is because you listen to the elders, right? So there's plenty enough information out there, and that's where my biggest kind of gripe comes in, is that if you want to take the position of, well, they didn't teach us, you spent all that time looking how to create content. You spent all that time looking up them agents. You spent all that time looking this up and that up. What you didn't look up was the fucking history, and you need to be held accountable for that. Not you specifically, just these youngins that I'm talking about. There's a full dearth of information about everybody that comes before you, right? You can take it all the way back to Philly. You can take it back to New York, all the Cali cats that was really putting it down. Y'all know who you are, right? And so, granted, there's a lot of shit that's like VHS and stuff like that, but it is on the net. So when you're doing that content and you're biting those routines and you fronting this shit off, calling it homage, because I do agree with you. Everybody who's a couple generations up is just like, yo, you just fucking biting. You not, and that, it is an instant turnoff for me. I'll admit that. But the other side of it is, the kids can't complain that the information is not there. You're just not doing your fucking homework. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I was just saying, man, like, that's not even on their radar, though, man. Like, nobody told them that they should be looking up the history. And it's not their fault. I agree with you, but I do see that it's not necessarily that it's their fault. Like
When you was
it's
looking,
like buried in the freaking, it gets all of this is getting buried in
It's like
social media.
archived.
It's archived there, but
all this TikTok generation, right? All that TikTok stuff that's
I
reblowing up
don't know
these
what
old
you want to
specs.
call it.
You know what I mean?
You can call it whatever. It can be called in many things, but I just don't see it's on their radar, and I don't hold them accountable. I do wish that they find peers that know something and tell them like, "Yo, you can't be biting people. Why are you doing that transition? That's not
Accountability.
your transition.
Yeah.
You're like, you gotta pay. You should be paying royalties to the person that came up with that, because all of us in the DJ world, like, we know what that is. Something like that. I don't know.
But it's like the whole thing like you were saying. Like, I equate it to when you're learning something. Like, not everyone is like us. We're actual nerds of this shit, right? So of course we're gonna go and look up like history and all this stuff and what it's about. Like nowadays, if you really think about it, who's gonna look back 20 years from now, like for a kid that wants to get into DJing? They see what was brought in front of them. They see like, and then if they're really that interested, they're gonna look back. They really are. Some people are just in it for money, and some people are in it for like the attention of, like, it's such a different game now. Like, it's not like how it was where the accountability is so high. There's like 20 million more of us now. Before it was like each one teach one. Really? Like there was enough to go around to teach. Now there isn't. There's like, it outweighs the fucking like masses. Like, it's crazy. But that goes back to what Ray was saying. What is your goal? What is your success for this? Is it because you want to do the art form and really be about it, or is it you want to make money?
You can be both, though. You
can. No, I'm not saying you can, but what I'm saying is, like, for a kid, you don't. We barely listen to history class when we're in school. What makes you think they're gonna go back and read that?
You're like the perils of the Western public education system.
That's true though, man. All the new kids now are watching stuff 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I just don't want to judge people too harsh. Like, I get we're passionate about it, but come
But
on.
that's
they're
to me,
trying
that's
figure
the
it
fall,
out.
though. That's where the fall starts, right? What is the old saying,
Yeah.
right? The definition of insanity, or the reason you study history is so you don't repeat it. Like, these things have not been around for ever for no reason, right? And I think
It's definitely repeating.
it's definitely repeating. You're right.
Hell yeah, man.
What you got,
No matter
Skratcher?
what.
Yeah, Tecumseh.
Yeah. Cool. So it's kind of like breaking down that concept of like corner cutting. Like people just cutting corners, like not really putting that effort in. I think Inspekt, you brought it up earlier about the vinyl thing, like the heads that is like strictly vinyl, right? And I got put up early on game by my big brother Cutfather, and he told me straight up from the jump, the game is to be sold. He's like, the game is to be sold. It's not to be told, brother. So I took that and I was like, word. So we're talking about vinyl, right? So this whole thing of people getting into their feelings about the vinyl and all that, right? Now, this is when I'm gonna get into the corner cutting part. Okay, don't get the vinyl, right? But like for me, like with my record collection, I'm easily sitting on probably like a record collection that's probably worth at least a couple $100,000.
Damn.
Like I could go somewhere and buy a house, not in Seattle, but
What's your address again?
and from the game is to be sold. It's not to be
He'll
sold.
sell you the address. He ain't telling you
Yeah.
that.
But what I'm saying is, and I feel like I got a basic collection, right? I know cats that's got $1 million crates.
100%.
But as soon as I say, hey man, you might want to get them records. And then people are like, oh, well, you think you're better because it's all vinyl purist. And that's the only conversation I hear pop up. But I'm like, okay, don't listen. It's all good. Keep moving that way. And that's not to diss nobody, but I'm just saying that's an example of corner cutting. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, shit, I could liquidate that and sail off into the sunset. Well, some folks might be like, man, I got a dope hard drive that don't work no more. full of MP3s or whatever.
Yeah.
So not to put ever, but it's like that so easy to like try and dismiss something. But then I also realize on the other side, it's like, man, I do video DJing. I got a huge MP3 library. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing mobiles and all that stuff. I'm not going to bring out my records for certain things. But I do realize in those circumstances, I got some in my arsenal that I can pull out, and it's like having the heater in the trunk that nobody knew about. And if you need to go grab it, and that's the same way I kind of feel about like sometimes skills, like, or are you showing all your cards ahead of time, or like when you need it, do you pull it out? Because it's like in a battle, if somebody already got you pegged before you went into that battle, you're already smoked. If they got a chance to watch everything you got and you put it all out there, but if you're actually going to use that sometime later on, you might want to be sitting back on some stuff that you can pull out when you need it.
See, there it is.
Tactics.
That's
and
me,
theatrics,
bruh.
baby.
But
So, like, if originality is harder to find now, right? Maybe parts of that comes from people's rushing too fast through the process. And there's this one thing that I've been thinking about is whether DJs are trying to level up too fast. Do you guys think people are moving past the fundamentals way too quickly?
Yes.
This is like scratching, mixing, or whatever, beat making.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
And you know what?
I was gonna say.
Oh.
I was gonna say for like mixing, like there's a lot of vinyl bars popping up now, vinyl sets being played out. Like people aren't really like practicing mixing as much. They're trying to learn, but it's like they're really just they're just freaking dropping it, like up it or up, the next one, next track, and it's just like shit, dude. People are like fucking jamming out to this. I mean, I can't knock it. It's building something, right? A community per se. So there's a positive there. But when you think about it, skill set wise and all that, it's just like it's not really there. Like I feel like over time, the more that they learn this stuff, I know some DJs are like actually trying to learn to actually beat match and all that. But it's just crazy. Like people who don't really have that skill, that just have records, like that, they're literally just buying records on Discogs and all that. And because there's only so many places you can get certain tracks nowadays. But yeah, they're just playing shit and with no like transition. It's just one after another.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen that, and it's one of those things, like, it reminds me of early 90s when, like, b-boying was dead, and people that started doing b-boying and breaking and stuff, they didn't know what they were doing. All the teachers were gone. Everybody was like, that ain't cool. It almost reminds me of, like, these communities doing the vinyl nights. They've, like, could wholeheartedly, genuinely feel like they're doing a revival. And to no fault of their own, because the DJ world is just somewhere else, not paying attention to it.
Right.
Just a thought.
And
well,
go
can I
ahead.
throw this in real quick? Also, too, like if you were like getting into it right now, as far as vinyl, what you're mostly gonna buy is a full length, like one of those 180 gram, like thick ass records that suck to DJ with. Where when we were coming up, it was like 12 inches. So you'd have your instrumental, acapella,
I love
like a
those, by
dope
the way.
remix and all that stuff. That's not the culture right now.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately. Because
So
that was like,
full
think
cut.
about how many ill 12 inches, like, man, I got that exclusive remix that's not on the album. And it pushed it further. But like, when was the last like hit record that you're like, dang, there's actually a single? And I'm not talking about a single on 45.
Right.
You know, like an actual 12-inch single for those
There
those
isn't.
records. It's not, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it doesn't really exist
Listen,
like how it existed.
guys, we have talked a lot about a lot of topics tonight, but I will not take T-Swift 12-inch Target buying slander on this podcast, okay? I go to Target. When I go to Target and I buy an Ace of Base record and a T-Swift Twizzle Swizzle record, you know, they might be 180 grams, but god damn it, the inserts are just
You know, Bo, I
Works of
expect
art,
this,
right?
I expect this from you right now. You're on brand with the shirt colors. with
That's
Target,
right.
you know, let's go. Wait. Hold up. Pop that shirt. What you got on there, Bo?
We
that
I
low
take it
life.
back.
That low life. You got to take it back. I got that T. You thought it was that T-Swift. I went to the concert. You know I went.
No, but
No, I didn't.
Dang, I feel like
you really
those
did?
vinyl DJs now though, like are the ones who like shop at Urban Outfitters and got their cross sleeves and
100%,
stuff, and got,
100%, bro.
like
Yeah,
albums and
100%,
shit like that.
Here's,
hell no.
here's an interesting fact, though. There's been a resurgence, and to speak to what Tecumseh is saying, there has been a huge resurgence the last 4 years. Like vinyl is outselling every other media. But
Yeah,
it's
$1
like
billion.
it's like Tecumseh said, it's the 180 gram. They're doing full length. They're not putting the remixes on there. They're not doing acapellas. They're just packaged. Once again, it's just like these corporations got into this
Yeah.
shit. Stuffing it down our throats, and it's unoriginal.
It's not the white labels, like you know.
Yeah, it's
you
not
know,
flavor,
special
man.
white labels.
I guess I got a question for Inspekt then. Like from your perception, if you found like a new the hot record out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it had the instrumental on there, it had the dope song with the intro on it, maybe. If it had like a acapella, maybe like a dope remix on it that you couldn't get online, would that be something that would interest you?
Hell yeah. Like, okay, I'm a bit different is because
Yeah, you are. You different.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is like I know
But you'd only buy one copy, huh?
no, I buy doubles.
Yeah, but he's
Wow.
yeah, but
Let's
he's
go.
one of
Yeah,
us, though.
man, that's my
He's-
guy.
Nah, but he's one of us though.
But
He,
that's
yeah,
what
he's
that's
one
what I'm
of
saying.
us.
It's different because I've learned more from an average nowadays DJ. Like I give credit to the people that are getting into vinyl, that are doing these parties. And yes, it's not proper. Yes, it's not your run of the mill like fundamental building from learning from someone, but they are doing something which is resurging the vinyl thing that we also like. But then now we can come in and be like, yo, if you're throwing a party, let me play too. I'll bring my records. That's gonna excite them. Now we can be the influence. Now we can be the marker that we can see like, oh, he's actually mixing the records. Oh, this is sick. He's taking it to this energy. What record is this? Where'd you get that vinyl? The conversation is now being sparked. But we can't approach it in a bitter way. We have to come in and now be the, how do you say, the bigger brother,
teacher.
lack of better.
The
You know what I
teacher.
mean? The teachers.
yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. So many times we talk about and demean the society and the bad things about it, but we can't figure out the solution and what's good about it. And not enough. We don't talk about the good about it.
All right. Let me. That is. I love you for that, bro. Here's what I'm gonna do. For
You're
everybody.
still a stiff?
For everybody listening, this is what you need to do. You need to study the 5 elements of hip hop. That's number one. Right? That's number one. All right. You need to get on YouTube because I know you know how to use it and do your history and research on vinyl culture. I'm gonna say like
Shameless
60,
plug.
65 on, right? Started like 1962 to 1965. It's there. I promise you, it's there. And start looking up DJs and DJ culture before 2010. All right, that is my absolute advice. Because I do agree with what you're saying, man. And what I've learned most about this podcast is like where I thought, just where my mind state is you go seek knowledge, and that was embedded into me by my OGs, and those OGs are still around, so I have a hard time wrapping my mind around the fact that like y'all don't know that. So, you know, I can learn things too. So I don't think it's like, and to big up what Ray was saying too, like even the cats, if you in the vinyl bar right now and you're not actually mixing, but you're learning how to mix, man, good for you, right? Keep it up. Keep it rolling, right? Keep doing it. Have that conversation. Talk to your OGs. Talk to your elders. They're around. There's plenty of knowledge out there, but I think it's important to impress upon the younger generation that you are going to have to take the step, at least one step towards us so we can take 2 towards you. Because every OG I know will share the knowledge with you. I've never met an OG that wouldn't share the knowledge if they're a real one. To all you asses out there that be on that shit, I ain't with. You know I don't like you anyway, so we good. You know what I'm saying? But if you truly into this and you love it, then if you seek knowledge, you will find it.
Well, yo, too, and about the 12 inches, like I just bring up that the 12 inches aren't out there, but if we even go back further, I mean, there was 12-inch singles going back in the 70s, but a lot of the hip-hop records weren't necessarily off of 12-inch singles. They were finding those breaks on album cuts. They were speeding that record up to 45, like,
right.
And I kind of wonder with some of the technology is good, but then sometimes we miss the ingenuity. Like if you take Rocket in the Pocket, Cerrone, it's like if you don't speed that up to 45, the break, you only hear the break when it's on 45, but it's like, and that there's no key correct with the record, right?
Right.
But in Serato, no one would ever come to that conclusion with that without that creativity.
Yo, that brings us back to the originality, the thought of being original, though. It is like that kind of thing where you're learning from how did the other DJs produce these songs from back in the day. And you take their techniques and you'll try to apply it to a new record. And then you're listening to vinyl a whole other way.
Right.
You're listening to 45, you're listening in -8. Or if you've got ultra pitch, you're listening to it all the way at -50. All the way through, right? And I think that's the exploration that leads you to being original.
Yes.
It's even like how those records were played, because like remember back we'd be at the club nights back in the like around 2000s, like Quiet Storm, Mobb Deep, like my big brother Primetime, he's like we never play that record at 0. We're always playing it like up, like maybe like +4,
Right.
+5, like faster.
That up, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's kind of like
Yep.
I don't like those little things. It's like people aren't really like catching those nuances and how it reacts to the crowd. Some of the stuff that happened before.
That's a gem right there, man.
So at the end of the day, being skilled is one thing, but being respected is a whole other level. So we all know that skills matters, right? So skill alone is not always what makes people respect someone. So to you, what makes people really respect a DJ beyond the actual ability? Like, what makes people respect the DJ beyond their skills?
That depends. That's person to person. That's perspective. Everyone's different.
I would say how you build your community, unity and community. That's where the respect for me comes from. Like if you're teaching, back to what Inspekt and I were building on, if you're teaching, if you're bringing people together, that is we have many purposes as selectors, as DJs, many things. But I think the number one thing for me, and I can't speak for nobody else, is to bring people together, right? Number one focus. And you can get a lot done. And you can get a lot of positive change in your community by bringing people together. And so for me, I think respect is honoring that tradition and making sure that in working in your community and teaching and building, you said earlier, each one teach one to reach one, right? And I agree with y'all. I think that we have lost some of that to a certain degree. But I do also believe that there's plenty of people who subscribe to what I'm talking about. So yeah, I would say respect is unity, community, and bringing people together.
In my opinion, I think respect given is respect taken. You'll meet a lot of people out there, but I instantly lose respect when they're not down with you. They have the wrong attitude in the game. You kind of sense it when you meet them personally. But yeah, when they respect you back, it's automatic, man. So
No egos.
yeah, egos out the door. I could say honestly, like being part of Skratcher, you've met your heroes now, right? You've met a lot of people that you've looked up to in the game, and it's an automatic respect, a higher respect when they respect you back, and they're very personable, and it's cool, you know, when you could be on that friend level rather than just like a DJ level. It's like it's automatic respects. So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I would say for respect, it's something earned for sure. You know, it's like, what did you do positive to somebody in a sense? Like what I think about someone I respect, it's like they looked out for me, you know, they checked up on me. They made sure I was good, especially in the learning process of things. For DJing especially, it's just kind of like just trying to give back, you know, trying to move forward the culture. Like, I think that's something that would gain a lot of respect, is because like outside of the skills, you could be dope as shit, but it's like, what do you do with it?
Yes, go.
So, yeah.
That's right.
Well, we're talking about respect, right?
Yep.
Like you guys have actually DJ'd out for people, right? Like Like, is the DJ? Do we even get treated with respect? People be saying like so much fucked up shit to us. Like let's keep it 100. Like the stuff that we got to deal with on a daily. Like we're all like saints half the time because it's like any other job on the planet. If some of the stuff that we actually hear in a given night, if they said that and you did that to somebody else in their job, they'd be calling the cops on you. You'd be getting drug out in handcuffs the whole night. Like, I'm just saying. No, I'm just.
No, it sounds like nursing. That sounds like nursing.
Nursing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But in either of those two, like, how do we survive that with respect? I think we show those people respect. We kind of realize they might be going through something, and we still treat them like a human being, no matter how they act. Treating people like human beings, give respect, you're gonna get it. But yeah, if you're standing there, like keep your eyes, your spidey senses on. Watch out for like somebody walking up to snuff you or something.
Damn, who hurt you, dog?
No, I'm just.
But it's true though. I mean,
You gotta have
innocent
eyes in
in
the
that.
back of your head as a DJ.
That's true. It's cutthroat out there, man.
So that's a whole other podcast. You want to
For
talk about
real.
Right
something?
there.
For real.
Safety. DJ safety.
All I know is the same answer with all you guys. It's respect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters. If you don't, the way I look at it, if I'm disrespected and it's right in my face, it's gonna be the same towards you, right?
Eye for an
But
eye.
if it's like I hear it through the grapevine, that's like some bitch shit. That's even worse. That's even worse, man. So that's the worst kind of news that me and Gumbeaux talk about this all the time. I'd rather get stabbed in the front and the back, man. You know what I mean? If you don't like me, you don't want to say something about me, say something. I don't give a fuck. I'm a grown ass man. But other than that, I'm cool with everybody, man.
Let's go.
That was
know
a
what I mean?
respectful answer, bro.
I respect you, PJ.
This is very.
We all did.
God damn.
Beyond the skills, honestly, I think it's just sharing knowledge. Like that's really what it is. Like, why keep everything to yourself? Keep this culture going, right? It's like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's for the children. Skratcher's for the kids.
Wu-Tang is forever.
You know what I mean? Like, the more you can keep this going, right? The more scratching will never be dead, right? And I always think that, you know, scratching is a whole different culture. It's a whole different beast for like when it comes to DJing.
100.
When other DJs see it, you know, you can get this. And for some mixed DJs, when they start seeing somebody cut, like, you know, they'll cut a vocal and just start just cutting in general. It's mind blowing to them, right? It might not be for the other crowd, but you know, for another DJ who doesn't even cut at all, now they're catching interest, right? So and then boom, you're already spreading something right from there. Like, I want to learn that, share that with that somebody, you know, like, hey, this is how I do it, you know. And that's how I see it, like how the respect's gonna be, you know, been given back, right?
100.
Respect. I think respect comes from one's integrity overall. How you present yourself in a room, how you know, do you have are you consistent with how you treat people? Are you honest when you're feeling shitty and you say some bad stuff to somebody? And are you willing to apologize for it, or take the time to realize that you made a mistake? So humility, I mean, all those things that go with someone that you would say has good integrity. And so I don't think it's one thing with the DJ culture. You know, with skills, like, yeah, you can have skills, but everybody knows the dude that's like building skills just so they can fuck everybody up in the battles is not necessarily the most respected. So I always go with, no, I technically am one of those people that would rather be respected than fuck everybody up in every room that I walk into. And it's taken time, I'm going to say this, it's taken time to mature into that person, into that adult man. You know, because as a kid, man, I went through that shit, being cocky because I got like top whatever in a battle, walking around like my shit don't stink, and you know, then
Right.
you get humbled and learn those lessons of like, yo, when when it turned around for me was one of my mentors said, yo, there's always going to be somebody better than you. So you need to just maybe take a second to reflect on that.
100.
And you know, then yeah, you might see a change in the room when you walk into it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think outside of skills, and my answer is pretty much everyone's answer, but I would say respect is perspective. How someone respects you is different from everyone else. Like each person has his own level of respect. So when I say that, it's how you're able to be aware of the boundaries of the people that respect you in any regard. So the boundary of when people respect you because, you know, you're a great person. When people respect you when you're there for them. When people respect you. Like, there's a level of boundary. Even not saying something when there's something to be said speaks volumes. When learning when to be silent. Like,
Exactly.
there's a level of awareness and boundary of respect for that. So some person can come up to you and be like, yo, you're the greatest DJ I've ever heard of you, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. And for you to say thank you is enough. You don't have to gloat, you don't have to do anything else. Or when someone talks shit about you, you're like, oh well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like there's a level of like boundary that you need to keep for that respect. And by crossing that is your awareness to choose whether you want to no longer be respected by that person or continue to be an example for everyone else. Like it's a very fine line that people are very like unaware of.
Yes. That's good. Nah, man.
That's really good. It's actually really good.
Very, very well said.
Yeah, dude.
Man, this
Amazing.
This
You're
podcast get
wise
real
for your
serious.
years.
He's so wise. He is. He's so wise.
Damn.
I got great older brothers, you know what I mean? It's on this podcast.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Nux. So when you really look at it, we have talked about being seen, being skilled, and being respected. It's the last question for you guys. So out of being seen, being skilled, or being respected, which matters the most in the long run?
One word answers?
I mean,
all at the same time.
I mean, like if you had to choose one that matters the most over time, what would it be? Like, you know, being seen, being skilled, or being respected? Like,
I'm gonna say respected. That's
Same. Respect.
it. Done deal. I'm out.
100%.
Respected for sure.
Yeah, second, third, fourth, respect.
I'm gonna go
That
with
should be my
skills.
DJ name.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go with skills.
I know, right? It's a hard one. Like,
And here's why. Let me.
can I have all three?
Yeah, I don't think you can. But here's the thing. I think that ultimately, if I continue to pursue my passion for the culture, and I continue to evolve my skills, respect will come, right? And I will be seen. So I choose skills.
So ultimately, it's respect because skills get you to the door. Respect keeps you in the room.
Ah, okay. Knowledge.
That's
Yeah,
a typical.
you know,
Gumbeau's answer is a typical Sith answer. Actually,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, you know rhymes with
Same.
respect?
We're gonna go back there.
Inspect.
You're so
And
dumb.
see, you should see. Joey's absolutely correct because if you ask me whether I would rather be respected or feared, it would definitely be feared.
Right.
Damn.
And I think Inspekt should change his name to respect.
that, Gumbeaux. I can respect that.
I respect it.
Yeah. Okay.
The kids say 6'7", 6'7".
You know what I realized last night when I played the vinyl?
The Sith. You played the Sith.
No. I played Lil Wayne 6 foot 7 foot. I was like, even this generation's jacking our 6'7".
Yeah. You're gonna know. And wait 10 more years, bro. It's gonna be real.
This could be back again.
I remember when Wayne came out, and I joked with JoJo. I was like one of these days, people like, like old school, like Lil Wayne. And we're already here.
Oh, bro.
No, we're here.
All right, yo. Let me wrap up with this though. I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't say this. So to everybody listening that is thinking about deeper into the culture, you were inspired by this in some way, shape, or form. About anybody said on here, you're just like, I don't want to go out like that, so I'm gonna start looking into this shit. Here's a real easy one, man. So two breaks. I'm gonna give you 2 breaks. I'm not gonna sell this part of the game. I'm gonna tell it. Look up the Aiming break and look up the Funky Drummer break, and you go to whosampled.com. All right. And what I want you to do is I want you to see how much those 2 tracks have been sampled all across history and all the records that have been used off those 2 records. And then I want you to go and look up how much Clyde Stubblefield was paid to play that drum break. And
then you go to Gumbeau's page and you go, oh my God.
Turntabled.
Yeah.
So you think he got respect?
Clyde Stubblefield got respect. He didn't get paid.
Damn.
He didn't get paid.
Yeah. Fuck the money, man. Respect all day.
Yeah. He was paid as a session drummer for that. So he was paid a flat fee, and it's the most sampled track, I think, in history. I'm pretty sure it's the Funky Drummer.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
you got nothing off of that. James Brown did.
That's crazy. That's
Let
crazy,
me
bro.
get the culture bucks.
So it's safe to say that it's safe to say everyone here is all about being respected over
Except
anything
Gumbeaux.
else, really.
No,
Except
not
Gumbeaux.
me either.
Okay, what's up, Mike?
Well, like respect's a hard thing, man. Like, I mean, I'm married with children, guys. I don't even know what that respect means. You know what I mean?
100.
But it's
I feel
kind
that.
of like respect is like, do you respect yourself? Because you got to still look at the mirror every day. And so it's like, it's kind of hard to equate it outside. You know what I mean? Like, that's a weird, life's always going to throw all this crazy stuff at us. So it's like life will humble you, whatever. Like, and it's kind of like perceptions are really weird. Like, somebody sees like, oh, this person's doing so great. They just won the DMC World. And then you find out, oh, damn, that guy's mom died. And, you know, like his girl left him and his dog died and his car got towed. And I mean, we always see from the outside looking in. So respect's kind of like an illusion. But like with skill, that like path to the skill, that lifelong, whatever, it's like you're following that path. And it's not anybody else's path. Like, truth is a pathless journey. So one person's path with that skill can be completely different, a different style, even within scratching. You know, like even within one crew, you have, you know, a bunch of different guys or girls or whatever, and they all have a completely different style, you know. So your path is like one path, but by you following that path, it's like you discover who you are. Basic, I guess you'd say you kind of get like knowledge of self on that path or something, hopefully.
Saying, man, knowledge over everything.
So it's like through that pursuit of that one thing, you may actually understand the whole world and understand the illusions and be able to cut through that and see what's actually just there. And then at the end of all that, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, not only in our industry, but like there's other, like music industry. There's a lot of guys out there like who have, I feel like they can say and talk so much shit, but their skills like brings people back to them. And it's crazy that skills is so strong. You know what I mean?
Strong.
So strong
True.
over respect. Like, it's insane. But yo, thank you guys for like
That was
being
dope.
serious with me today. Yo, this is
That was
dope.
fun,
It was a good
thank you.
show.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Getting a deeper level. So once again, shouts out to everyone who's been tuning into our show. Wait, what?
One deeper.
Can't we do like one more question? Like, favorite fried chicken spot and revisit that
Oh
one.
no.
No more of
No,
that.
that's
no,
gonna
no.
be that's
That's
another
a whole
freaking
other
hour.
podcast.
I
That
know
podcast
Gumbeau's is Roscoe's for sure.
100%.
Let's just end it there.
I don't
Let's
want
just end
to.
it
I don't want to
there.
lose
Jovie,
any
you
respect.
Gumbo's Roscoe's Day?
Nah. It's Popeyes, but it wasn't available. So I had to go with Roscoe's, you know?
Roscoe's is next. Though.
I would
Like
never.
Jollibee?
Oh my god.
Hello, yes. Yes.
Shout out
Yes.
Jollibee.
And cut.